everyone. Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I'm your host, Kimberly Cloud. I have some things I wanted to talk about today that's important. Whether I wanted to get this out the way before I forget again. Yesterday, I hashtag Vandenberg Space Force. I used to go on to Vandenberg Space Force in near Longport, California, to wash my clothes, and it's such a great base. And I wanted to say, hey, Trump developed it. It was Vandenberg Air Force, but now they changed it to Vandenberg Space Force when he was in office. So hi y'all. I haven't hashtagged y'all in like 2 years, and I wanted to say I miss you guys. I hope you guys are rocking it. MPs. I went in there to try to get an interview. um I interviewed the officer, but he didn't want to do an online interview, so I'm happy for what I got. They had to do their job. I'm just walking in different companies, but it was wonderful, and I appreciate you guys. So let's get to the business of the day. Great people. Like, I just wanted to say that I'll be having two videos that I edit today, and there were great people that I interviewed. So I probably have four people for 30 minutes, two 30-minute segments, four people. And I enjoy interviewing people. It like, I love reading about them, and then I love writing notes about them. So it either way it goes, I love learning about people because I don't get out there that much. I'm not a typical candidate running for state senator. So I will also, good job, people that I've interviewed before. I love you guys. I will be working on my LLC. I know that Google Business is a little tricky. They may ask me, hit me, because I did it 3 times already, and this is my fourth time. They may hit me with, I need to get my EIN number for my business, and it's due in bin time. It's doable, and it's been time for me to get my EIN in my LLC. So I'll be calling LegalZoom today to see how much it is. So next month I'll get it, or before that I'll get it. But I want my LLC to the Kimberly Cloud Show, so I can go through the Google panel and change my Google panel to a better description of my show and of me. So, also, I'm going to be editing videos as well. I'm so stoked that I have people on Instagram and I have people on Facebook as well backing me up. I wanted to talk about politics. That's why I put it on Rumble. But I feel bad for Donald Trump that he have to pay 300 and some odd $1 million. He lost his case. I feel like it's a discrediting type of thing, that there are crooked parts of the government, whether Republican or Democrat, there are crooked parts of the government. So I want to say that the crooked part of the government wants to discredit him. I'm not naming no names because I don't know for sure. This is above my pay grade, but I will say this. They want to discredit him for elections and keep him in court. That's my opinion. I'm entitled to my opinion. What a loss. What a loss. I'm rooting for the whole gang. Kimberly Guilford, Marjorie Taylor Greene, and Donald Trump Jr., Donald Trump. I'm rooting for all of y'all, to be able to make America great again. You guys aren't perfect, but you guys are trying to make America great again. So what is the problem with that? What is the problem with making America great again? When he was president before, there was no war. We were at peace, and good things could have happened even more, but they wanted to boo him out and try to impeach him. Gas prices were down. He was in the process of building a wall, and Miss Nancy Pelosi and other Chuck Schumer did not want to build the wall. They said when the immigrants come over here, they pick crops. That's what y'all want to be doing when y'all come here. Y'all want to pick crops. Is that what y'all want to be doing? Picking crops? That's y'all life. That's all y'all worth. This is what Nancy Pelosi said y'all will be doing. Who can afford, like, that's a big job, picking crops. They're trying to deplete your pockets so that it will be harder to run for presidency. That's my opinion. I feel like they are trying to deplete the pockets of the president so it'll be harder to run for presidency. You know, running for I tried to run for president and I ended up in jail. Um, like it was $500 in Salt Lake City to register to run for president of the United States of America. I was doing it to help Trump. I knew I would lose. I wasn't trying to get up on a panel. I wasn't ready for that. I have a lot of issues right now, so I'm not ready for that. But state senate is something that I'm ready for. You know, that's my opinion. They're letting go killers and drug addicts. Case in point, one guy slept on his child. They let him go, drop all charges. A child, methamphetamine was in play. They let him go. Somebody died and they let him go. They said all they said is he shouldn't have had a child in his custody. That's it. They didn't. Basically, they gave him a don't do that again. But me, I spent 9 months in jail. 9 months. And this is a baby. That baby could have been the next president of the United States of America. Somebody who changed the world and bring peace, more peace. But got slept on by a meth head. So the drug addicts and killers and people that do bad things and go to jail have not been caught from the possible crimes they committed before. George Floyd is a perfect example. You know, I feel bad for what happened to him. He put a gun to a pregnant woman's stomach. I don't know if that helps y'all realize what kind of monster, all for drugs and money. And he committed other crimes. Even my brother, they committed crimes that they didn't get caught with doing. But the crimes they did get caught with doing, they don't care. When it's on record, it gets treated like they don't know what's going on. For instance, when I talked to some of the women in jail, they bragged about having guns and waving them around, assaulting people with them, and prior convictions. They use words like allegedly, I did that, and laugh. This is dead wrong. They have repeat offenses. Why are we after a man who showed he took care of the United States and world, creating peace and tranquility between countries when he was president? Nobody's perfect, but we have issues. Ask yourself that when the Ohio incident happened, where the trains derailed and the poison got into their territory, Trump went down there the next day or the next week. I don't want to say what our president did. He came down there recently. He went down there, but it took time to go down there in Ohio. Just for elections, electoral votes. People are starting to become awake. People are starting to see that people, like, I have reason to believe, my opinion, because I have to tread softly on this. My opinion is that he's not fit to run for president or fit to be president. You know, I think that he's a good, he's done some things, but He hasn't done nothing for the African American culture. You know, people keep dying that's African American, and he'll bring them to an event and give them money and care, and it makes him look like he cares about black people. That's it. That's what I see. That's my opinion. I don't want to say that he's a bad person because I don't know the guy, but I know that a lot of people like the Five and places on YouTube been speaking about this, and they feel like he's unfit to run again for presidency, and I do too. Y'all need to catch up on what's going on and fit the pieces of the puzzle. We look outside the box. We look for the news of what's going on. We look for the news. We look for what's in the paper. I look out. The pieces and the breadcrumbs fit. Sorry, all of a sudden my internet connection is bad. But the pieces and the breadcrumbs fit. You know, people are starting to get awoke and starting to see that it's dysfunctional what's going on. It's very, very dysfunctional. You know, I wish I could say what I want to say, but I'll use that for you now and other platforms that I can say it on. But Marjorie Taylor Greene been doing a wonderful job. Kimberly Guilford did a wonderful job on the NYPD officers that got got abused by illegal immigrants. I'm going to keep a close eye on it to see what happens with that episode. But remember this, who's getting paid for Black Lives Matter? Who's getting paid for Black Lives Matter? Ask yourself that. Who's getting paid? Are you getting paid for being black? Also, reparations in one state, possible, California. Then they want you to figure out if you were your history of possibly being a slave way back in the day. You're right, we were slaves. We came over here, the African American race came over here. But I don't blame a white man. I blame the Africans that agreed to bring us over. I mean, everything is about the white man. The white man did it. But the presidents that were presidency during the time of slavery, they agreed. The higher up black men, they got paid to bring us over. Remember that. That's why I say I look outside the box. If you were trying to sell a product, like everything is a slave here. The computer don't have legs. I'll say this real quick. The computer don't have legs. Every day, every year it upgrades. Every year it upgrades, and it don't have anything. It just sits there, and we use it. We pay for it. The bottle, we drink it. Everything in here. So why do we have to go back to certain black people roots to see if they were slaves? Everybody that's African American was slaves, except for the immigrants that came over recently from Africa. They just came over to flee a certain the gangs and everything, but they didn't come over willingly. My bloodline I know ties back to Africa. I'm 88.8% West African. I'm 7% West European. And I'm mixed with a lot of other things. My hair don't show it, but I'm mixed with a lot of other things. But what I'm trying to say is, yeah, California trying to. We need reparations for life. That's a government thing. We need more saturation in businesses. You know, a lot of inmates they they can have businesses. A lot of inmates when they get out, they don't know what to do other than the same thing. If we give more better grants, easier grants, talk to a parole officer about a program, like I even called the VA business. I'm gonna try to call them again here. Maybe it's different here, but I try to get a business. Well, I do have a business, but I try to get help with a business. That didn't work. Their number was disconnected. So it's not just the VA, it's these government grant programs. Like, when have you got a grant? When have you got a grant? Somebody please write in my comment section when you got a grant. Like, I got a grant recently. Tell me. It's hard to get one. I know. I tried to fill out the application in Santa Maria, and I understand and I respect it and it was fair. They wanted to help me, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. It was too hard. I let it go. It was $150,000 grant for my Wigs for Success Incorporated, but it didn't work out. It didn't work out like I thought it would. But I want to get this LLC for my business, have LLC, the Kimberly Cloud Show LLC, and I want to get that going for those who just tuned in. And I want to edit videos all day and probably get on here on and off, on and off. Um, I miss you guys. I love you guys. I didn't know I was talking that long. I miss you guys. I love you guys. Thank you, Donald Trump, for building Vandenberg Space Force a safe haven for people to go and wash their clothes and buy groceries at the commissary. It was a wonderful time that I had there. And I used to walk my dog all the time. It was beautiful there, quiet. And I met my first boyfriend. He was he I met him in October 31st to be exact. He was a tall, very tall, like 7, 8 feet, and he was next to a rocket, and he was actually not human. It was it was an emblem of a monster. Yeah. I don't have a boyfriend, but hey, but that was my boyfriend. I took a picture. I don't know if it's up on Facebook still. But hey. But I be too busy. But look, neither here nor there. Y'all take care. Y'all take care. And remember, Republican and Democrats need to start going to Democrat party conventions and get-togethers. All you gotta do is call the phone number to your voting of your voting registration people, and they can route you to the right appropriate people. They have it once a month. You can go and voice your opinions there, which be on camera. You can go to the Republican, Democrat, and you can go to City Hall, and you can go different places to voice your opinion and take it up a level. Write Congress, write different places. Last thing, there was a guy that I didn't interview. He interviewed me from WWPR in Florida. He was African American. He's the first guy that created the GPS. He was African American, the first guy to create the GPS. And he was the Trump administration. He worked for the Trump administration back in the day. But he didn't see the world. I done interviewed some great people. I did a segment on him. I didn't. It was not well executed, but he was on the Gritty Hour, and I sat up there and did a segment on that. But he was very smart and intelligent. So take care. Be safe. I love those hearts. Take care. Be safe. I love you guys.